Well, howdy dear gamers, and welcome back to the couch, where you and I will sit down and watch an analog horror together, because watching something scary is easier with friends. And hopefully, at this point, hopefully we are friends, at least if you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, we're not friends yet. We are strangers, and you need to get out of my house, because we don't talk to strangers here, right? I've got 2 kids, I've got to instill that in them. But even if you are new here, and this is your first video, this is the first time I've ever had to say this. This is a part 2 video. Yay! It's my first one. Send me money for it. Don't do that. Don't send me any money. Keep your money.
Unless you want something.
This is a part 2 to one of my favorite series that I have covered on this channel, Briscoe Park. It's back, baby. Well, it's been back for quite a while, actually. Briscoe Park has been hard at work cranking out some banger videos, and a lot of them, like a lot. With every series I cover, I always tend to come back whenever there's a significant update or a change, or like a whole new season is out, and then I can cover that entire season. Or a significantly like large, chunky video is out, so I can actually make something that's easy to sit down and watch, digest, eat some snacks while somebody is sitting with you watching an analog horror that you're interested in, but maybe you don't want to do the deep diving. Maybe you don't want to sit and have to pay attention to every single little detail. Well, that's what Drippy Ghost is here to do for you. But you have to have seen part 1 first, otherwise you ain't gonna know what's going on. So, for the first time ever, whatever side that's the little eye icon is gonna show up on, click that to go watch the other part, you big dingus. Sorry I called you a dingus, but you will be if you don't watch it, because you're not gonna know what's going on and then you won't have any fun. I sound like I'm a grade school teacher trying to sell you on why math is fun. It's fucking not. I'm a little unhinged today, if you couldn't tell. It's been a minute since I've recorded, and I am eager to get back to it, but I will say this. For our first tape today, tape 14, I have watched it already. It's 14 minutes and 14 seconds. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but we'll come back to that. I recorded yesterday. OBS just decided to shit the bed, and it did not record any of my screen. And I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna like pull the video and I'll just like mimic like I watched it. My reaction will not be 100% genuine, but I do know this going into this. And the reason I'm not too worried about redoing this part is because this video is the longest one by far, and it has a ton of lore and a lot of French that I've been trying to translate. That being said, we're gonna jump into the next part of Briscoe Park and what is going on in these crazy abandoned places. So, let's jump back in and get lost in Briscoe Park. Part 2. Let's go. Tape 14. Submission statement. No photo of Elizabeth's daughter was found. Leviathan said it would be here according to his notes. Follow-up required. So I know y'all just heard the description being read, so we're going to talk about it for a sec, because this description is actually super important. This is the first time we get character names. We get Elizabeth's photo and somebody who named Leviathan, who's taking notes, that our main protagonist dude, I'm gonna call him a dude, gender neutral here, but our dude here, he's following Leviathan's notes. He clearly works for some organization or some group that is studying these anomalous things happening in this part of wherever this is. But we don't know who Elizabeth is, and apparently her photo was not in the place Leviathan said, and follow-up is required. That's the first time that it said follow-up is required, because somebody got to this picture first, and it wasn't where it was supposed to be. So now we have to ask who's Leviathan and who's Elizabeth, and we still don't know who our main protagonist is, or who he's following. Let's jump into it. See, the thing about this house is it's not like the wooden facade like all the other ones. Like like all those big giant houses that were just all like brown wood on the outside. This is like an actual like, well, obviously it's a senior home. But I've honestly never seen one of those chairs on the outside of a building. I feel like it'd get all like rusty and, well, who knows? So, from my understanding, this is more of like an old folks' home that's been abandoned. At least from the general vibe and the mechanical chair that gets you up the 3 steps. Like, is that really cheaper than building a ramp? There's so much stuff. I don't know if this is like a set that they built or like an actual abandoned place that they found and then stocked with things. And I feel like they probably did that. I could probably just look at the creator's page. They'd probably explain it. All right, here we go. Okay, so real quick, this newspaper is in French, and I thought it was Spanish at first, and I looked like a fucking idiot. The only thing I noticed was fjords there, the FJORDS. I thought it was like Scandinavian, but it's French, and I think this is just a random articles and don't have much to do with the actual story as of now, that we know. And it's just talking about like queens. I don't know. It's like the queen of agriculture does something weird. I don't know. I looked up all the translations. This specifically is not that important. But that could come back to bite me in the ass. Who knows? Oh my god, the bird scared me again. And I have a theory about the birds, too. But we'll get to that at the end of this video. You can tell this isn't America because the place isn't completely looted. I love how the light bulbs are just like, like through the bird. Like, oh, I want this bird to be... Is that a raccoon skin? That's so gross. I didn't notice that last time. He's just holding the light bulbs. Okay, here we go. Okay. This postcard is also written in French, and I tried as I might to get this thing roughly translated. I tried so hard to figure out what this said. I can barely read it. I can barely type it out to like put it into a translator. I couldn't even find anything online that like translated this thing. So many people in the comments and in the subreddits have translated the newspaper, and then there's another thing that's coming up that needs to be translated. I cannot figure out what this is, and I still cannot. So anyone out there knows what this says, or if it has any relevance whatsoever, because why zoom in on this picture and all of this stuff if that postcard didn't contain vital information that we need to know? And I can't figure out what it says because I only speak one language like a dumb American, and I need people who are way smarter than me on other parts of the world to translate this for me, pretty please. Thank you. Moving on. This book is like something about Jesus and stuff. It's nothing super important. It's just like a weird, like the words of like the sons of the word of God or something in French. Hang on. Right here. So I also saw in the comments that this frame right here does not have a picture in it. And I did not catch this before, but other people did. So people think that this is where the photo of Elizabeth was supposed to be, but it is not there anymore. And it could be a number of the photos that are scattered around and someone took it out to confuse our dude, or it never was there to begin with. That's what people are speculating, that this is where it was supposed to be. It's not there, and now he's looking for it. So I think he knows what picture he's looking for, obviously, because it's Elizabeth. We all know Elizabeth, right? You know Elizabeth. She's standing right behind you. She's standing behind everyone. She's right there. Why is the mattress in front of the door? What is that? Okay, whoa. I did not notice that quick transition right there. That is a creepy kid picture. I'm sorry. Why cut so quickly? I don't know. I feel like that's deliberate. Then again, it's hard to tell what's deliberate and what's not in this series. Okay. Okay, I'll say that. Hang on. This thing scared the absolute shit out of me. I thought it was a legit, like, ghost. Like, I'm a ghost. But I think it's just a water fountain. Oh, it's a ghost. You're stupid is what it is. Okay. Ugh. Why does this set of stairs not have the motorized chair? Grandma ain't allowed on the 3rd floor. That's off limits. Sorry, I ordered some groceries and they are on the way, and I had to get a substitution for my plant-based dino nuggets for my daughter and myself. So I'm just getting regular chicken. That's what we get for trying to be healthy. You hear that? That's the music that follows wherever, like, the anomaly stuff is. That, like, it showed up in a few other videos. Or tapes, I should say. Oh my god. Okay, more modern photos. Why would they be set up in a chair like that? There's so many pictures. There's so many pictures. God. There's like a little Mary statue in almost every room. This house goes on forever, man. Like, is this a home? Like an old folks' home? Oh. I did learn that the guy in that motorcycle poster is like a famous motorcycle racer. I believe in like the European France circuit. Saw a couple comments about him. I do not remember his name. Editing Nick, you can throw that up. But apparently he's a big shot, or like a legend, or like, I don't know. I don't know much about racing in general. So if he's a cool dude, that's awesome. Some kind of like art studio, I believe. Like any bird. Birdie. I hear you. Damn, it is cold. And something is there. He's picking up the pace. I don't know why I always say he, but I assume any person that is doing this is most likely a man, because only a man could be this stupid. Ooh, what a shot! The half-blood rises with the moon. God, that's creepy as fuck. And the sound cut out, which has happened a few times when the sound is just this droning noise. Shots of the creepiest trees. Are these fairy circles? I thought there were like rings of rocks around the trees. Thought I heard something. I was trying to see if I could catch it. Like, this looks like he's underwater with like the amount of moss. Like, holy shit. No, thank you. How are all these trees lined up so uniformly? Like, this makes me think this is like an old tree farm where they grow trees specifically to be cut down. Like, it makes me think that that's what this is, because they're all so, like, lined up, kind of. I don't know. This is what you would call an obelisk, or a monolith. There's a creepiest fucking tower in the middle of goddamn nowhere. It's so much bigger up close. Still no sound. I do not. Like, is he inside the tower, or is he outside looking at, like, gigantic looming things? I don't know. It looks like he's in some other dimension. Was that, like, the window? What is that? So that was tape 14. Definitely the longest one, and I just realized it's tape 14 at 14 minutes and 14 seconds. That has to mean something. To Google! So I looked up to see if, like, 14, 14, 14, or even just the number 14 had any type of historical meaning. So apparently, it does have a, like, spiritual Christianity tie, and that's really the main thing. Was the number 14 isn't really like a sacred number, but it is meant to represent multiple generations of descendants from, like, Matthew and Abraham and David and even Jesus. Each of these chunks are 14 generations, and with the amount of photos we saw and my previous connection to this weird cult thing, I need to look it up before, when we saw in a previous tape that big cross thing that had the 2 dates on it, and I found that weird book that talked about this lady that formed this weird sect of Christianity that people look down upon. I couldn't really get a good definition on it, but some people were like, that's a crazy connection, and I was like, yeah, I'm probably totally wrong. Like, there's no way that, like, I'm reaching here. This makes me think that I might be more on track, and especially after some other, we saw that painting in that one chapel once that had that lady in a painting that I found. I cannot remember her name. Hopefully editing Nick will put it in. If not, we're going to have some words, me.
Don't look at me, I don't remember.
On to the next one. Tape 15. Submission statement. No envelope found in lockbox. Follow-up not required. Let's go. And this I haven't seen. And that machine is fucking massive. Those giant, like, mining things. That's what that looks like. Those, like, big, like, scraper wheels that are, like, the size of, like, 5 skyscrapers. Absolutely daunting. Oh, what was that? Whoa. I saw that red light pop on. I heard the music, or the... You're spinning fast, brother. Also, why is this thing just in the middle of a field? Oh, there's the light. It looks like it's some kind of radio tower. What the? It's like an on-land oil rig. But, I mean, they have oil rigs on land, but like, you know what I mean. Okay, I don't know what the red lights are flashing for, but I keep seeing them. I was like, oh, there's numbers, but it's just probably actual things for this drill. Is that a bed frame? Why would you sleep on this thing? What did he see? Wait, did he see something? We're going back. Hang on. Why does he keep looking at those barrels? Oh my God. Crunching. Is that? I don't know if the lights mean anything. What was? Oh, we're looking up. Right? No. Okay. So my thought that I had when we got to that room that had the green cabinets, the description, it said no envelope found in lockbox. So I think that green cabinet and all those cabinets were the open ones, and there was no envelope in there. Was there one supposedly left there for him for some reason? Possibly. Or maybe he was supposed to not find the envelope. But also, why this giant rig? Let's see what the comments have to say. Oh, okay. So I did think that those red flashing, like the two things that look like red eyes, like, are they eyes or are they like a cell tower? But one commenter pointed out, well, the machine this large, they're required to put those flashing lights, those red lights for like planes and things that might go above a certain height so you don't run into them. So I'm thinking that's what those are. They were on the machine to like protect it, or it was around the perimeter of the machine to guard it, or like was a camera or something, because this is not 3D. This is real footage of a big machine. So we probably got permission to go on this thing and film it. Thus, there was all those signs posted around the field. I think that's a legit, like, hey, this is like off limits. Don't come on this thing. So I don't think there was anything of note really in this one. It was just a really, really cool set piece. On to the next tape. Tape 16. Submission statement. Minor auditory disturbances. Follow-up not required. Whoa, look at that moon. This is a fucking castle, man. Just in the middle of a field. Don't do that. Don't look around. I thought we were just, like, looking for, like, an entity. But now it looks like it's hunting us. No, I'm sorry. We go back and hear what he said. I have no idea what that dude said. Like, here you are, or like, there you are, or something. Has the moon always been a half moon every single video? I know at one point it switches to a full moon, but he keeps pointing at the moon. Is something about the moon, like a certain phase of the moon, causing this stuff? Whatever stuff it is, like, oh, we only know of like a weird cult thing and like a little ghosty goo. I don't know. That looks like a dude in the window. What is that noise? Stop! I hear people talking still. That's a dog. Oh my god, I got goosebumps. It's the same sound. Is it like sealed off? Yeah, it's like brick. It's bricked up. Badoom ching. Who is yelling? Chill out. The door handle is on the wall. No, no, no. No, no. Okay. I think Yeah, I still hear him yelling from far away. Another half moon. Jesus, okay. Okay, so that one was a lot more tense, but we never went in the building. Like, it was completely sealed off, at least in the front, and it looks like he goes to the back, and that's also sealed off. And then he finds a fucking tunnel, doesn't go in. It sounded to me like he was like, here guys, or come here boy, and then I thought I heard a dog barking. So it sounded like a guy maybe looking for his dog, but it kept like repeating, like the same cadence. It wasn't like changing up at all. Let's see what the comments got to say. So this is from moth.zip. There seems to be a single repetition of this particular noise in the distance, and the cadence almost sounds like someone calling out for another person or trying to find them. That's what I said. The fact that the sound throughout the video seems unmistakably human raises so many questions, since the only non-ambient noise in the series have been from animals and from whatever thing was previously stalking the camera. And I totally forgot to bring it up earlier. I have a thought about the birds. So we've seen a bird twice in the last video, or in the last two videos, or 2 videos ago, we saw a bird. And then we've also seen birds in other buildings too. In tape 14, when he's outside and he hears the thing like really close by, you hear like the tweeting, like morning birds, and it's the middle of the fucking night. Now, I don't know anything about particular bird species, but from what I know, birds that sound like that come out in the morning. They are not nocturnal. So, birds? Maybe bird connection? Bird indicate monster? Bird indicate entity? Bird is entity, shape-shifting bird. Wendigo? Maybe a Wendigo. Mimics human voices screaming. Simplest answer, I mean, but let's go to the next tape. Tape 17. Submission statement. Visual disturbances detected. She wanted me to see her old room at the testing facility. Without the arrows, there would be no chance of return.
Endless back room.
Follow-up may not be possible. Y'all just heard the description. Are we in the fucking back rooms? I don't know. Okay, I don't know whether to be like excited or like kind of like, are you kidding me? Like another backrooms thing? Like, honestly, to me at this point, I am getting a little burnt out of backroom stuff. A tiny bit, but it is kind of dead right now. So maybe this is like a hint saying endless backrooms, because like even it's saying follow-up might not be possible. Like that's implying that they are in like another dimension, or they are in the backrooms to some degree, because it says endless backroom. And it says she wanted to see her old room at the testing facility. So I'm guessing she is Elizabeth. I'm guessing Leviathan is not a guy, but the name of the corporation is Leviathan. Because if she had a room at the testing facility, this girl has some kind of power or something. It's giving SCP. It's giving backrooms. Now it is, at least. I'm gonna stop talking and just go for it. Whoa. Okay. Yep, dolls on trees. Dolls nailed to trees. I guess my cult angle was off. I don't know, man. That one's upside down. Okay, now I'm fucking nervous. Whoa, whoa, no. What the fuck? No, no, no. What was that flash? Oh, it was an image. Holy shit. Okay. Okay, so it looks like a camera from a treetop looking down at a kid, I'm presuming, looking up at that dot in the sky. That's what I'm guessing. Because we've seen a lot of lights and a lot of eyes and windows. That's either a doll or a kid, because it looks like they're up in a tree. But I don't know, man. And there's that song, because this is video 1 with the guy right there. Yeah, it's showing all the eyes. Oh, and when you hear the scream on the bridge. There it is! That's the image. Is that a person? That is a person! Are they really tiny, or are we high up? I'm scared. What is getting... Oh, no. The description said the arrows, so those blue arrows I'm guessing is what he referred to, or multicolored, because that one was green. This guy is way more jumpy than he was before. What is that? Oh, it's just reflection, okay. Is that her old room? Oh, okay. I saw those. I saw those. Show me. There you are. You son of a bitch. See this dot right here? That's not there when he pans back. Ha! Little guy's peeking through the window again. Or something. So my assumption is that he found that doll, and that specific doll, like, no-clipped him here? Maybe? Oh my god, the dog fucking scared me. Aw. This is definitely her room. How cute. You gotta make your prison cell look nice. I hear sounds. What is that? Is that paint? That looks like spray paint. It's spray paint. Yeah, it's spray paint. It's too red to be blood. What the fuck? Whoa, 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 whoa. That was a close-up of that picture. Okay. It's the fucking bird! It's the bird! Was I right about the bird? I might have been right about the bird, y'all. The bird is the thing. The bird is something. It's related somehow. The bird is the word. You know the rest. We're not even gonna bother with that door? Okay. You know, probably for the best. Probably for the best. Every time you linger on a door or anything, I'm like, what's in there? Should I pause and look? What? Stop turning so fast. These arrows don't help at all anymore. They're pointing on every which direction. God, that reflection in the light the reflection in the windows get me every time. See, now I'm second guessing the one thing I thought I saw was eyes, and could have also been the reflection because he moved a bit and it could have thrown off the angle. What are you doing? Why would you linger in that room? Well, hello? There was some distortion there, but I don't think anything happened. Okay, that's reflecting. Woo! These little dots are freaking me out. No, you can't walk around that. Rules of video games means that that path is blocked. Chairs and stairs, you can't pass, buddy. That's not an open pathway, according to the developers. A chair alone in a room. Fucking... God. Makes you feel like there's gonna be a jump scare. Wait, what? Wait a minute. Did he... Wait. I'm confused. Did he loop back? Okay, is he, like, lost? It's like a hospital room. Ew. Bird. 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 Wait. Wait. Okay, what just happened? Okay. Did I miss something? Okay. He's in this room. This goes to this room. Okay. I was thinking the room changed because I saw the 3 cabinets and then I only saw 1, but I missed him going through the doorway. This is getting confusing. I don't know where he's going or if I should be like looking out for repeating rooms because it said endless back room because he's like stuck in here. Oh my god. Yeah. A roll. Oh, well, he's outside now. I love these outside shots. They're so, like, calmingly creepy, if that makes sense. Like, they're beautiful, and I love them, but I also hate them. Wait, is this where that girl was standing? Possibly. Oh, much more focused light. hello. Here's the church, here's the steeple. I doubt we'll see any people. That's a tiny ass chapel. What is that? Full moon? Okay. My thought right now, in that shot of the person standing in the field, that was Elizabeth, I'm guessing. I'm going to assume that whenever it says she, they're going to be referring to Elizabeth, somebody that was held in some testing facility that our dude found. And he found her room with the doggy posters and then this weird door with a bunch of like drawn sketches or like pictures of a bird. And we've been seeing a bird all over the place. I don't know. I have a feeling the bird is connected somehow. You hear that bird, it means something. I don't know if it's good or bad yet. However, the part at the beginning with the trees, I think he found a doll that was hers, and somehow it transported him to the facility or something related to it. It teleported him, or I'm not sure. Because it's never glitched out like that and shown like previous footage with like the sound that we always hear when there's like an entity or something around. And then it showed like the previous houses and all the eyes that we've seen throughout the videos. It also showed the noose. It showed the girl and then a noose. So it makes me think that she was killed or killed herself. And then it looks like he got lost in the facility. Because it says endless back room. So he somehow got out thanks to the arrows. I'm going to read the comments real quick. So there's a comment here by Lucas of Tasmly256. I think the researcher is following the purple arrows from the entry and the green arrows for leaving. Around 4 minutes exactly. The same purple is used for the arrows is painted around a light switch. Wonder what that means. So I'm thinking the blue arrows are the guides, and that's a good thought. So that I have to also go back and see if that's what he was doing. I mean, I don't know what to make of it exactly, but now we know that there's a testing facility, and this could potentially be the back rooms. And I don't know the dolls taped to trees thing, especially some of them being clowns and some of them being just like girl dolls, like plushie. I don't know. We move on then to learn more. Next tape. Tape 18. Submission statement. Was followed. Follow-up not required. Now we're entering the castle grounds. Whoa. These things are just in the middle of the woods. I want to go to Europe. Damn. Guess we're doing a perimeter check first. Creepiest door ever. Nice graffiti. Look at this. Nature has reclaimed. Kind of love it a little bit. Now. What the fuck? Bird! Okay, that might be a real bird. I don't like bird. No. Oh. What the fuck? Flash again. Okay, whoa. What? Was that something standing on it? Why would he film that? Is he getting caught in a web? Is this a metaphor for him getting caught in the trap, the spider's trap? Okay, no, it's just a steeple. I thought there was a giant on the left. I thought that was like a giant. But I think the important thing is there's a light on. What turned on the light? Okay, this is making it a little bit more difficult to see things. Okay, I thought it was like a big spindly limb. Doesn't look to be that. Just part of the tree. Alright, we move on. I don't think this guy's gonna deliberately put like a gigantic monster in, but I could be wrong. Maybe he's building up to it. The light's still on. Wait, was that a thing? No. No, it wasn't. Oh my god. It's always raining. These buildings are getting so much more ornate and more, like, extravagant rather than these wooden, like, shacks. I know the description said was followed, but I didn't see anything. But except maybe the light was turned on. That was what followed. Aha! The pigeon returns! So someone else is catching on to the bird imagery. So there's a comment here that says, note we found scribbled on a faded piece of canvas inside the last building. It had been a week. Okay, and here's the quote. It has been a week now without any glimpse of sunlight. I knew that when we heard about this place, it was always dismissed as something you could never seek out. As I hear birds flying in the rafters above me and the twigs snapping outside in the void, I know that I am somewhere else now. I can only wander so far in the dark before there's nowhere left to go. For now, these structures will be my shelter. As I continue, becomes intelligible. Where was this? And it looks like a lot of the replies can't find this either. It's not an active channel. It's probably just some guy's channel for watching YouTube. And the reason I don't think it's connected is because this channel was created in 2012. I don't know if this is just some account that the creator had lying around that he is using as part of this. I don't know. So I don't want to take this too much. I'm going to take it with the tiniest bit of salt and a dash of pepper because I'm very skeptical this is legit. The creator liked it though. That's what's throwing me off. If he didn't like it, then I'd be like, okay, this is just some dude trying to game jack the ARG. But I don't know. So I'm just going to keep that tucked in right. I'm going to tuck that in right here and we'll come back to it in the next tape. Tape 19. Submission statement. No disturbances detected. Location was not documented in the notes. Follow-up not required. I'm starting off by analyzing the description. I know y'all have already heard it, but this says, no disturbances detected, location was not documented in the notes. So I'm starting to think that the comment of this being of another realm or like a backrooms-esque place is real. I think that is a thing. Tape 19. Let's see if we actually are in the backgrounds and in the backrooms or another realm. And already, what the fuck is this thing? Right off the bat, what is this shadow in the corner right here? Fuck. What is that thing? Whoa! What is this light source? Is that a figure? What the fuck? What is that? And that is a different droning noise. Was there stuff out there? What in the fuck? Why is there a cross on it? Tiny tree. Fascismo? Probably just graffiti. You're not gonna go in? What is... These buildings are getting more and more insane. Can't get in there from here. God, fuck. Another castle. I hate this. That took so long. Sound is gone again? I don't even know what half these buildings like are. Like, these don't even seem like real buildings. They seem like just facades of like structures. I'm sure they're just very, very old, so. I'm like viciously scanning the room to see if I see anything. Oh, no roof. It's not raining this time, at least. Okay. At the very beginning, where it was like the big pulsating things of light in the fog, and then it's just completely pitch black, it kind of does that at the end of the previous tape. However, there was a comment I found that really opens up a lot of discussion about the wider lore of this. So, according to Lucas, of the same dude, Lucas. It's Lucas. He's back, and he's got a bigger theory here. Okay, he says, I browsed the links in this channel's page, and I found a store that sells prints. One collection is named We Have a Visitor, and it contains the thumbnails that are from the Briscoe Park series. For instance, Tape 8's thumbnail is called No Driveway Means No Visitors. There are other two collections as well, called Turning the Town Red and Summer in the South. Summer in the South follows some kind of composition as We Have a Visitor, but the print titles seem to tell a story of religious betrayal, or perhaps even meddling. Seduced by my burning tongue, she wore blue velvet, welcome to hell, even holy water evaporates, to name a few. One possible theory is that whatever happened to this small town opened up a portal of sorts, or wherever Briscoe Park is, or whatever it was sucked into. Somehow the CIA found a way to explore that, and this is what the channel is the CIA exploration logs. However, I find it odd that the notations and blurbs from the first video have been absent in every following video. But is it hell? I feel it is too empty for hell. Encounters with other entities have been mild at best. The thing in tape 6, the thing in tape 8, and the eyes we've been seeing everywhere. This feels more like an in-between or a type of purgatory. Even the animals we've been seeing have a religious nature to them. We've seen a few lambs, some pigeons and doves, and even some pigeons and doves. Those are a lot of bugs. Even a large portions of buildings are religious, being churches or mausoleums. According to several comments, these structures are from all around the globe. It's a bunch of important places that seem to have all gotten raptured and put into this one place. Holy shit. I'm thinking this is some kind of an alternate dimension, or maybe it is a type of purgatory or a type of backrooms. I think that's what he's hinting at when he's saying endless backroom, because this is a endless dark void of a world where there's no sun. And I'm thinking, if you remember the first video, and the reason that this commenter said CIA, there was this is the only time it did this, which I honestly, he says, I wish it would come back more. I kind of like that it only happened in the first one, where you get that glimpse of that code on the screen, and it takes you to the CIA document, a real CIA document of Project Stargate. Now, Project Stargate, I don't think it directly relates to this, but it does. The project itself is about opening portals, or like teleportation and accessing like ethereal planes and like astral projection. I think that is the hint that this is a alternate dimension. This is not just random places around the world. Well, I mean, it is in real life for the footage, but like, this is another dimension. They had a testing facility in this plane, and they were able to access this portal, or access this void with all these weird ass buildings, and this cult, I think, opened the portal and they were able to recreate it somehow. I don't know. But this is way different than what I thought it was going to go down. Next tape. Tape 20. Submission statement. Cabinet was already gone through. No envelope. Follow-up not required. This guy is looking for that fucking envelope. Let's just jump into it and see what he means by that, because this is the second time he's brought up that he can't find this goddamn envelope. Another tiny, weird-ass church chapel thing. Oh, and another giant building next to it. For prayer on the go, go to Tiny Chapel with creepy vines pointing out of it. I kind of hear a buzzing sound. Yeah, what is that? Oh my god. That door is barred off. Oh. Ted. He's breathing way heavier than normal. Whoa, it gets fuzzy right there. Now, what's the, like... What is that? Is that a thing in the window? Hello? What's going on here? Are you nervous? Does he know where to go? What the? This guy's acting different. Why does he hesitate to like step through doors like that? Dude, you are out of breath this time. What is that fuzz that keeps popping up every so often? Like right there. Like a That's a shitting chair. going on? Whoa. What's swinging? What was swinging right there? Oh. Your breathing is getting to me. Why are there always like ramps leading to windows? There's like always like makeshift ramps that keep leading to windows. And I don't like the implications of what that could mean. I don't think it has much to do with anything. I don't know, honestly. What the fuck? Sorry, it's really late at night when I'm doing this. Oh, hell no. World's tiniest ass stairs. I am nervous. Okay. I am so fucking tense right now. I don't know what to expect. Ted Mika. Is that important? I don't know. What the fuck? Where are we going? Was that a bunch of TV screens? It is. That's a bunch of fucking screens, right? That's like security. Okay, let's see if we go back. 'Cause like, what the fuck? Go into the room. I want to see that room. Go in there, please. Did you just look at a shoe? Where'd they go? Whoa, what was that? You can't just put in... Okay. And then that room definitely had a bunch of fucking monitors in it. And then he turned around the corner and came back and they weren't there anymore. And then he was leaving, and then there's a flash of something. Okay, it was just super heavy distortion, nothing crazy. But I swear that room had a bunch of fucking monitors in it. Like a Five Nights at Freddy's kind of setup. God damn. Yeah, can we leave now? I didn't like this one. I mean, I loved it, but I'm nervous. He sounds mad. Anything of note? I can tell. Hello? Hello? The... Is that a person? No, that's not a person, right? Pan back that way. I thought I saw a person. Like sniffing. Okay, well, if you're not gonna go there, I'm gonna take a look. This looks like a person. Am I crazy? It looks like a person. Or it could be a statue. I don't know. Like, he sounds like he has a stuffy nose and he's feeling like shit. Cause like he ripped that door open. Like he feels upset. And what kind of contraption wagon is that? Okay, why are you sniffing? Do you need a hanky? I'm gonna boy your nose. Okay, I don't think there was a person that I saw. There's a cabinet too. And then he just leaves? Oh, this... Oh my God. He seems so much more on edge than he was before. He's going back. Never gotten back to a building. The switch keeps vibrating. It's freaking me out. He went back? What in the actual... No, stop this. I don't know if this guy is like has been here a very long time and he's like slowly getting sick because he's like sniffing and like he seems frustrated. And judging by the description, the cabinet at the beginning that had all the files, that looked like a newish cabinet with like newer like stuff in it. And he's like, it's not there. Someone's definitely already taken it. And not to mention, like, he's like ripping open doors. He's like glancing around. And I'm not gonna like let it slide that I saw that room full of fucking monitors. And when he came back, it was gone. Like, somebody else has to bring that up, right? Okay, so, oh, Lucas, our boy is back on the same mindset I am. He also thought of the same things. All right, here we go, Lucas. What you got for me? Okay, lots of visual noise like in tape 17, the asylum video, like crossing through a threshold or several. It has to do with moving up or ascending, getting close to the sky. Also worth noting that the connection to tape 14, a photo couldn't be found where it was supposed to be. Now an envelope is missing. Someone or something is a step ahead of the organization. And that's what I think. I think we are following someone who is also looking for this stuff. I don't know why it took me a rewatch or two, but the cabinet in question is at 114. Clearly been ransacked. It looks different from... I said the same thing. It's important enough to look through though, because it looks, why is no follow-up required? I know the channel description says don't ask, just watch, but I have nothing but questions after every video. If everything you can imagine is real, then why don't they just imagine the envelope is where it's supposed to be? Or better yet, imagine it in their hands. I'm also surprised that the operator has seemingly been uninjured through this whole thing, assuming that the same person is filming all the tapes. That is a good point. These places are rotted and just rust covered. It feels like the floor could give out in some of these wooden structures especially, or they get sick from the mold festering in these ruins. Whatever fauna resides here does not seem keen to hurt the operator. They only ever seem to follow him. Maybe the fauna steer clear of the maybe the fauna steer the operator away from the places they're not meant to be. Despite being 18 tapes in, the first 3 are missing, Briscoe Park has seemingly provided an impenetrable edge of story. So little is certain, and why do I enjoy the inadequate... Jesus Christ, dude. This feeling of becoming stale, there's no concrete progression in the narrative, reminds me of Skyrim in a way. Blah, blah, blah. Is nobody gonna bring up the fact that there was like a room full of fucking monitors? Right? Well, I'm not tripping when I saw that, right? That room was there. I saw there was some kind of monitors in that room, and nobody seems to notice that. Okay, next tape.
Tape 21. Submission statement. Visual disturbance detected. Drawings that should have been on her walls of the testing facility were here. Follow up required.
I don't know about y'all. It is almost 2 in the morning, and I have to know where this is going because it's getting very intriguing. As the description said, some of the drawings that were in the testing facility ended up here. What does that mean? Let's watch and find out. This house is creepy as fuck, like all the others, but this one feels weird. I don't know. .54. I don't really know if any of the writing on the walls means anything. What is that in the middle of the floor? Wall hatch. Creepy cat. I've never seen these before. These are new. Is he burning people? We're gonna study these. Okay. It says bye. Bye bye. It looks like somebody's screaming. I do not like big smiley horned thing grabbing someone by the neck. And it says mom, dad, and X on the graves. Holy shit. That's... what the hell? What is that thing? Forever. Dead at the bottom. Tree, and then... bed. Angel. Big, scary angel. What the... that upside down M and W thing is some kind of symbol. So it looks like like something took their soul to this world or something. I don't like the big smiley demon creature. Very dark. Barely see anything. Oh God. Bird. Bird, bird, bird. I saw bird. Bird at the end. There was bird. All right. Top comment is our boy Lucas. He's back. All right. This tape, at a minimum, intrinsically tied to tape 17. The person who wanted the operator to see her old room at the testing facility wanted them to see the drawings, but somehow got moved. After looking for a photo in tape 14, it wasn't there where it was supposed to be. And the envelope in tape 20, something also wasn't there. Something is operating one step ahead of the operator / organization. The photo in 14 described as Elizabeth's daughter. The woman in tape 17 might just be Elizabeth's daughter. Okay, so I was saying it was Elizabeth, so that's Elizabeth's daughter. Especially with the kid-like rooms with the bird door and the animal posters on top of the new child drawings. Deciphering these pictures probably tells us the daughter's story before, during, and after the facility. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that they tested her and it opened the portal to this place. I'm not sure what all of them are, but we definitely saw it said mom, dad, and ex were dead. And this demon creature like killed her body, it looked like, was like this blue stick figure. And then like the angel, or it even looked like this blue angel was coming up out of the body. And then this demon snatched it back and turned it yellow and took it with her somewhere. And I don't know. I think that something this Elizabeth's daughter did opened a portal. So clearly this is Elizabeth's daughter is in this world, and I think this guy either works for the CIA or is trying to find this girl. I don't know. But we're definitely in another dimension, all of the back rooms, in some way involving the CIA opening a portal to this place. Next tape.
Tape 22. Submission statement. Transition space was obstructed. Sealed before arrival. Follow-up not required.
So, from the description, we know it says transitional space was obstructed, sealed before arrival. So that immediately tells me, so you know how in the last video I kept saying there's so much distortion, or I think it was tape 17 possibly, where it was like warping the footage every time it went through like a doorway. What if there's more to that? Because that distortion in the doorways is not, it didn't look like a natural glitch. It looked pretty deliberate. So this tells me that transition spaces maybe like warp things around or make things move, because in the asylum video where he's like wandering around looking lost, maybe he was getting warped around the building and just looped in circles. I don't know. Let's go. Tape 22. Oh, one of these houses again. I mean, if we saw a picture of a kid drawing a giant demon smiling monster, I feel like that has to show up at some point. This is a very ornate building. Welcome, Enfer. Is that a thing? Ah! Ah! What in the hell? What the fuck? Oh. Okay, just sheep running around the corner, I guess. Oh my god. And we're just gonna ignore them, I guess. Birds. $23. I hope this. I don't know if this graffiti means anything. I really doubt it. Where'd the sheep go? What is this? John Brown. Buys a tile. Priska. Bonoit. Words. The fuck? I hear birds. Where's the sheep? It's getting glitchy. Okay, yeah, it's getting glitchy and it's sealed up. He can't pass through. And it's a secret fucking door. It has a brick door. Where's the fucking sheep? What was that about? Bathroom? He sounds... You can hear the shivering. Like, hear him, like, shaking. Fuck you, bird sounds. I don't trust you no more. Oh my god. It goes up. Eye on the wall. It's a big drawing. Oh, it's getting glitchy again. Is this another transition space? Whatever that means. No. No. Oh. I hate that bird. Where's that confounded bird? Bring the sheep in. I need a friend. What's that? Is this like the top floor is just gone? It looks destroyed. It's glitchy again. Wait, what? What was that? Was that a bird? Was that a big, big bird? That's a fucking bird, right? Right there, right? I'm not tripping, right? That's a parrot. That's a parrot, right?
It's a plant.
But yeah. Parrot.
Plant.
Right? That was a parrot, right?
Plant.
No, is it a leaf? It looked like a bird.
You know what? Leave him a comment. He's an idiot.
Okay, I must be going crazy. That must be a leaf. Okay, out of here with the Deathly Hollow symbol. Like, that looked like a parrot, right? Like, I'm not crazy. God, my hair looks so crazy. So bad. I'm losing my mind. These more deliberate cabinets? A cab. More distortion. Is he following the distortion? These stairs are like pool room ass stairs. And I love it. Bird. Fucking bird. Bat? Bat. Bat, not bird. But bat. Okay. Always at the end, we show up with our, like, flying little friend. Okay, you know what we gotta do now? We gotta find our friend Lucas. Aw, Lucas ain't here. As far as I can tell. Okay, so we learned more about transition spaces and that distortion indicates some kind of, like, warp zone or something. I don't know. The sheep scared the fuck out of me. Next tape.
Tape 23. Submission statement. Auditory disturbance. Follow-up not required.
We have 2 tapes left. Tape 23 and 24. Judging off the description, this one just has some auditory disturbances. We're kind of back to regular scheduled programming with our exploration. Maybe Elizabeth's daughter got found. I don't know. Let's go to tape 23. What's the telephone pole? More sheep! More sheep! Oh, it's a baby. It's a lamb, little baby sheep. Okay, well that makes me feel happy. This is like cottages. Like a garden and so many sheep. That's a lot of sheep. And all these like cottages have like spires in them, but I don't know if that's just like of the area. What is that pyramid? And there's telephone poles or power lines. It's roped off this time. There's chains on the door. On the inside. I'm just now remembering that one house that was like perfectly fully furnished. Oh, distortion. We transitioning? I hate these hallways. Run? Why are you just standing there?
What the fuck was that?
Stop. Come on. That was like walking. What was that? God, I'm so fucking tense. What was the walking noise? Something is there with you. He's making this one quick. He's like, all right, room, go, go, go. I don't want to sit up. Leaving. No, leaving. Fuck. Yeah, he's making these. No. Thank you. Good choice. We do not go into secret creepy basement stairs. Holy shit. Hello, sheep. Why are you just standing there? Menacingly. And then they all run away. Oh boy. God. Okay. Next house. Next ornate, weird castle house. Hello. I don't know if I'm even like missing like things that I should be catching. I don't know. It's like good green light in the top window. Or is it just the shades? I don't know. Well, while he's walking, this makes me think of that one place that had all of the concrete like blocks blocking all the entrances. What if they were sealing off? What the fuck is that? Okay. Nope. Stop. Okay. What in God's name is this thing? It's clearly some kind of shrine, but where is he? And also, this is not anything from the thumbnail. This thing has a lot of significance that I'm not aware of. What? I've never seen this statue before. I have no idea what it could be. Either way, I was going to say, I think in one of the previous tapes where the entrances were all bricked off, and where I made the joke saying it was all bricked up, ha ha ha, like you can laugh again. I think that was the same thing. They sealed off a transitionary like passageway. I see like a sheep maybe. I don't know what this thing is. I see like a goat, maybe some. I don't know. It's definitely some kind of shrine or an altar to something. Well, we got one more tape left. Let's go.
Tape 24. Submission statement. No disturbances detected. Follow-up not required.
Okay, everybody. This is the last tape. The last video of Briscoe Park so far. So, where does that leave us? Well, so far, we know that this is an organization. I'm going to name this organization Leviathan, okay? They are some part of the CIA or some government entity organization that fall under the CIA. All of this relates to opening a portal to some sunless dimension. Now, there's a theory that I also think could be related to the birds as well. So, since we don't have any footage of any daytime footage whatsoever, and a couple commenters have pointed this out too, what if we keep hearing birds and we see the sheep because it's supposed to be daytime, but it's not? It's always nighttime. And I think there is a lot of biblical implications to this. Obviously, from the child's drawings, this is some kind of just backrooms, liminal land that is just like dead, but also like there's plants and animals and just, this is another dimension, obviously. And somehow Leviathan has a way to explore this place and open a testing facility and are able to run some kind of experiments on this place because this is some kind of weird anomalous dimension. That's really the gist of it. Now, the specifics of Elizabeth and what her deal is, I have no clue yet. But this is the last one so far. Let's see if it answers any questions. I doubt it will, but you never know. Fucking go. Come here. I need to hug a pillow this time. These houses just, like, they're starting to kind of bleed together, or how similar they look. I really liked the wood aesthetic and how kind of... Was that an owl? It's the first time I've heard a freaking owl. This is like a mansion or some kind of facility. So this makes me think like he has to document all the rooms, like at least film all the rooms. That's why in the last video he's running through it because he heard those footsteps. So I think he has to get like shots of every piece of like outside, inside. I'm not sure. I don't think he's looking for anything anymore. I don't know. I feel like the entities have gotten less aggressive as these videos have gone on, but... Okay, new building with tire marks. And a road. That's a good sign. Was that... I saw a red thing. I just want to make sure I'm not crazy. Probably a sign. Oh, it looks like flowers. Another house. I'm surprised we have... That's our... This is a different style house altogether. And what about the RV? What is this, a bed and breakfast? It's like a check-in desk. We're using the big light inside. So first, did I hear the birds chirping? Second birthday? This is like a modern house. With a very handicapped tub. Birds. Screw you, birds. Fuck off, birds. I don't want to listen to you. What was that yellow thing in the wall right there? Excuse me. Excuse me. Looks like a tennis ball, but I don't think it matters. This guy used to be so quiet, now he can barely breathe. Book. Look at that bedding. That looks itchy as hell. That was a hard cut. That didn't sound like a bird. The peoples of Bombay? I can't read that. Okay, real quick. I don't want to forget about this. The peoples of Bombay.
Later.
Okay, so The Peoples of Bombay is a real book, but all I can find about it is just says it's public domain and this information should be publicly available, but I don't know, I can't find a summary of it anywhere. I mean, what Google AI is telling me is that Bombay is a type of people that live in Mumbai, but that place used to previously be known as Bombay. I don't know if this is related, or maybe it's just a random book that they threw on there. I have no idea. Moving on. Maybe that's where this particular house is from, like the Eastern Indian area. Makes sense because it'd border Asia, where you'd have a China, or it'd be in Asia, but like, I don't know how these fucking people relate at all. This looks like more of an Indian house rather than like a, I don't know, a Scottish castle. You back out. Birds. Weird window placement. Okay, well, that's the end of that one. Obviously, this leaves a lot to be desired. There's definitely more to come, so this will be a part 3 for sure. So where are we in this story? I mean, I kind of summed it up right before this tape, because this one did throw me off a bit, because you start out by seeing a lot of the same houses, and then out of nowhere you see a very like modern, like ish looking house that's not in the same style as the others. So we started out as like these wooden shacks that like all looked like they were involved in some cult or some religion, and they were all similar. And then in this part of the video, we're transitioning more to like, there was more like Scottish castles like up in the hills, like without trees around and like all stone. And then you get to this, which is like brick and like castle aesthetics, and then this last one just throws it all out the window. It's like there's an RV outside, there's a different style of everything, and not to mention there was one house that was like perfectly furnished and not even like abandoned or dead or anything. I don't know what that means, but all we do know that this is a parallel or alternate world that the CIA, or I will say Leviathan, has opened a gateway and used Elizabeth's daughter somehow to do that, or they're running tests on her in this place. And as much as I thought at first this guy was lost and like he was wandering, I think he's just going on deliberate missions. And he was also trying to find something, or maybe he's like a rogue agent. I'm not sure, but the birds mean something. And I think the theory now leans more towards, rather than being a creature that's like stalking, there's clearly some kind of demon monster here. This is some kind of purgatory or a hellscape, literally, or literally just some kind of dimension where a creature like takes souls. I'm not sure, but this is an alternate place where there's no sunlight. So the birds chirping and all the active animals, I think, leads to that this should normally be a nighttime thing, but it's not. All we see is the moon, and the moon's always a half moon, and sometimes it's red. And there was one commenter that mentioned a couple verses in Revelation where like the sky will go dark, the stars will blink out, and they will become eyes to watch you, or something like that. And you can see like stars blinking, you see like dots in the sky that go in and out, and you're not really sure. I think there's a lot more to come with this series, because right now we're ending it on another cliffhanger. I don't know how long it'll be until the next video, but there's a lot to be desired. Where's Elizabeth's daughter? What is this facility testing exactly? And what's the point of these like expeditions? Because like at first you start with like way more detailed notes, a lot more aggressive, like visible monsters, and now it's getting more subtle. But the guy, our dude, is getting sick. He's like getting antsy. He's seeing things. He's tripping out. And I'm not letting go that I saw a room with those monitors in it, and it disappeared, and nobody wants to talk about it. Where are y'all at? What's that about? What are we observing? What is happening? These are the questions I have. And this is why I fucking love Briscoe Park so much. We're back, baby. There's definitely going to be a part 3. And that'll end this video. So please, do not forget to go like and follow all of Briscoe Park. Subscribe to them. And please, don't forget to subscribe to me. And let's get me to 1,000 subs, okay? I'm giving myself a goal. I want to hit 1,000 subs at some point. I don't care. I don't have a time limit. I just want to get there. I think it'll be a great achievement, and I want to bring y'all along with me, and I want to keep doing this because it's a ton of fun. Please subscribe, like, comment, and tell me how wrong I am, or if you agree with any of my thoughts on where this series might be going. Because honestly, I'm not fully sure, but I do know for a fact that we are in like a backrooms type alternate dimension. We are not in the real world. We are somewhere else. And we are being watched. Or are we the watchers? See you next time!